Hey guys, so I've kind of held off on my thoughts on Asbury for the most part for a couple of reasons. One, I'm not there, and I have shared some thoughts from other people that have given testimonies there, and obviously celebrating what obviously is a move of God. God is obviously doing something among the college students there. But as far as my personal opinions on it, I've kind of held off for the most part. But I wanted to just speak for just a couple of things here. First of all, I think that there's definitely healthy skepticism and there's healthy discernment. Those are not bad things within themselves. Actually, discernment is something scripturally that all believers should be. So there is a healthy aspect of that. There's also just this negativity, this negative spirit that just seems to want to tear down anything and everything that's ever potentially good news or whatever. And one of the things I've noticed is people that have a pattern of doing that, you never see them celebrate anything, ever. So, like, yes, is there a time and a place to be skeptical of something? Yes, because we know from history, and we know from even scripture, there are going to be people that will try to come in and you think they're doing the things of God, but they have an agenda and it's deceptive. And we know from history that sometimes what would appear to be a revival turned out not to be that. So I get skepticism. I get discernment. We need to be discernment. We need to always be discernment of what spirit is going on here, because we know the enemy can deceive. So that's important. But at the same time, I think we need to go out of our way to also celebrate what we know God is doing. So is what's happening in Asbury a revival? What's the definition of revival? Well, I've always understood revival to mean not is reviving of God's people. People that are children of God, are true believers, that are obviously being revived and repenting of their sins and changing and being moved to action. So is that what Asbury is? Well, I think time will tell for sure. We're going to find out eventually what that is. But I mean, it's about 7 or 8 days old at this point. So long term, is it going to be a revival that brings about change like we've seen in some times in history? We'll find out. But what do we know for a fact is that this is a movement of God. We know just from what we've seen happening among the students there and from things we've heard from faculty and staff and people that have actually been there, that have actually been able to say, hey, yes, people are repenting of sin. There's true worship happening. This is not manufactured. This is a move of God. This is something that spontaneously began to happen and is still happening. God is moving there. You can tell from the videos that God is definitely on the move there. So here's my question. Why is it so hard just to celebrate that? With everything that we've seen happening in our culture today among young people, Gen Z, college age and younger, why is it so hard to just celebrate what is obviously a move of God? What will it lead to? Well, we'll find out. We'll see what the Spirit does. And you know what? Maybe you can be on your knees praying about what it can lead to. Maybe you can go there yourself. You have so much time to go online and go on Twitter, go on YouTube or whatever, or TikTok, and tear down what God's doing among these college students. Why not put that same energy into maybe going there yourself and maybe, I don't know, praying for what's happening? Maybe God will do something in your heart. I don't know. Or maybe begin to mentor young people around you, pour into generations around you. It's easy to have a negative spirit. It's easy to do that. But why don't we celebrate what God's doing and look for ways we can join and be a part of what God's doing? All right, you guys have a good day.